Sealtest presents Sealtest Variety Theater. Yes, it's Sealtest Variety Theater with our special guest, Sidney Greenstreet, the members of our regular gang, Eddie Bracken, Henry Russell in the orchestra, the Crew Chiefs Quartet, and, of course, our gal Thirsty, the singing star of our show, Dorothy Lamour. On stage, Dottie.
Oh, thanks, John. Hiya, everybody, and hello to you, Eddie Bracken.
Well, hello to you, Dottie Lamour. Hey, I saw that ad you had in the paper this morning. You said you wanted to rent a house?
Yes, I want to get a quiet place a little distance out of town.
Uh-huh.
A place with no other houses around where I can sunbathe on the front lawn without a lot of people around gaping.
Dottie? You could sunbathe in Death Valley on a dark night and there'd be more traffic than on Hollywood and Vine. Yeah, but you haven't gotten any response from your ad yet, have you?
Oh, a few, but there was nothing I wanted. I've been giving some thought to getting a prefabricated house.
Prefab?
Your teeth don't fit either, do they?
No. Prefabricated, eh?
That's right. One of those houses they put up in 10 hours.
Oh, that's silly. Why don't you get one of those permanent California houses that kindly put up in 11 hours?
But I'd rather get a house that's already built. Building now runs into a lot of money.
Oh, I don't know. I built a house last year, and there are lots of ways to save money. For instance, I built a house with no roof.
No roof?
No roof. The builder told me it never rains in California.
Oh. But what did your house look like when we had that, shall we say, unusual weather last month?
Did you ever see a 3-story swimming pool?
Well, I want a more conventional house. One with a roof and floors and walls and... Come in.
Hello, Dorothy.
Why, Sidney Greenstreet. Oh, it's so nice of you to drop in, Sidney. Do you know Eddie Bracken?
Certainly. How do you do, Mr. Bracken?
Hello, Miss Greenstreet.
Dorothy, my dear, you're looking lovelier than ever.
Thank you. You're looking quite well yourself.
Ah, then you've noticed the change in me.
Change?
Well, of course. Come, my dear, take a good look at me.
Let's see. Change. I give up. What is it?
I've lost a half a pound.
Oh, yes, it's very noticeable.
Yeah, it's like Niagara Falls losing a cup full of water.
Tell me, Sidney, are you on a diet?
Indeed I am. My doctor has put me on a strict diet, and he is most persistent about my staying on it. I'm not allowed to eat proteins, carbohydrates, or starches.
Then what do you eat?
Meat, bread, and potatoes.
Oh, now, wait a minute. Meat, bread, and potatoes contain proteins, carbohydrates, and starch.
Dottie, is what he says true?
Why, certainly.
Heavens, I hope my doctor never finds that out. But I feel that eating is one of the few pleasures left in life. I insist upon a hearty meal.
Oh, what about desserts?
At the end of every meal, I have a banana split.
A banana split?
With a Chiron chaser, of course.
Say, Mr. Greenstreet, do you mind if I ask you something?
Well, of course not.
Well, I've seen all those pictures you play in with Peter Lorre. You know, the part where you play the sinister mastermind in charge of a gang of international thieves. Well, you know, I'd give anything if I could be with you in one of those pictures.
That's all very well, but those parts usually call for a sinister type.
Well, don't you think that I could play a sinister type?
In a Margaret O'Brien-ish sort of way.
Oh, I think Eddie could do it. He's a very versatile actor. Come on, Eddie, let's show him.
Now, you can read that line better than that. Dorothy, my darling, you look so beautiful. Your eyes, they were made for loving. Your red lips, they were made for kissing. And your white neck, it was made for strangling.
Oh, Peter, you say the sweetest things.
Tonight I take you riding in the moonlight.
Oh, Peter, that'll be wonderful. I haven't ridden yet in your new 1949 hearse. Is it nice?
Very nice. But sometimes maybe I think it's too flashy.
Flashy?
Yes, it has black sidewall tires. Well, I'll see you later, darling. Goodbye.
Well, Mr. Greenstreet, how was that?
Quite good, quite good. If Peter Lorry is ever caught up by Sam Spade, I'll contact you. But, Dorothy, let's get down to business. I saw your ad in the morning paper.
Oh, you mean you know of a house I might be able to rent?
Know of one? I've got one. A house that just fits your description. It's just 15 minutes out of town. Come over tonight, and I'll be glad to show it to you.
Wonderful. Eddie, would you drive me over?
Well, I'd be glad to, Daddy.
Good. 9 o'clock, then. I'll see you later. Goodbye.
Goodbye. See you later. And now, direct from South Pacific by way of Broadway and the hit show of that name, a song that takes me back to my old Polynesian neighborhood, Valley High. Valley High, any night, any day, in your heart you'll hear it call you. Come away, come away. Valley High will whisper on the wind of the sea. Here am I, your special island. Come to me, come to me. Your own special hopes, your own special dreams bloom on the hillside and shine in the streams. If you try, you'll find me where the sky meets the sea. Here am I, your special island. Come to me, come to me. Someday you'll see me floating in the sunshine, my head sticking out from a low flying cloud. You'll hear me call you, singing through the sunshine, sweet and clear as can be. Come to me, here I am. Come to me, come to me. Valley High.
Get the best, get Sealtest.
There's a difference in ice cream, all right, and you'll realize what a big difference when you dip into a dish of Sealtest real strawberry ice cream, the May flavor of the month. With your first mouth-melting bite, you'll say this is the real thing. Smooth as velvet ice cream, as only Sealtest makes it, with the fresh flavor of juicy, sun-ripened strawberries. And for extra goodness, luscious pieces of strawberries winding all through it. For strawberry ice cream at its best, ask your Sealtest dealer for real strawberry, the flavor of the month. And whenever you crave ice cream,
Get the best, get Sealtest.
we now look in on the Greenstreet home, where Mr. Greenstreet is speaking to his butler, Nelson.
Nelson.
What is it, sir?
What was all that commotion I heard in the kitchen a short while ago?
Oh, that was when the cook was accidentally locked in the freezer. She's been in there quite some time.
That's terrible. What are you going to do about it?
You needn't worry, sir. If she isn't too far gone, I'll defrost her. And if she is too far gone, I'll drop her into the martinis.
That's good thinking, Nelson. Good thinking. I must leave for a short while, and someone may be over to look at the house while I'm gone.
Very good, sir. Whom are you expecting?
Miss Dorothy Lamour.
Miss Lamour? Begging your pardon, sir, she's my favorite cinema actress. I consider her the most beautiful woman in the world.
Yes, Nelson. She's quite attractive. I would expect you to entertain her till I return.
Imagine me, a gentleman's gentleman, entertaining Miss Dorothy Lamour. She excites me so, sir. You know, sir, she's my queen of hearts.
Eddie Bracken is coming with her.
Oh, why did someone have to throw a joker into the deck?
When Miss Lamour and Mr. Bracken arrive, I want you to make certain that they're not frightened by my...
You mean your brother, whom you keep locked up in the attic?
Yes, my unfortunate twin brother, Herman. Poor Herman. I've done everything to make him well, but he still thinks he's a scientific genius. He's made some fantastic experiments.
What has he done lately, sir?
Last week he crossed an octopus with a porcupine.
An octopus with a porcupine? What did he get?
A broom with 8 handles. Remember now, Nelson, at times Herman is dangerous. I wouldn't want anything to happen to my guest.
I shall see to it that he remains locked in his room.
I'll be back later. Goodbye.
Goodbye, sir.
Nelson! Nelson, come up here.
Coming, Herman, coming.
Let me out.
Easy, Herman, easy. It is I, your friend Nelson. Just a second.
My friend, my loyal friend, my brother's gone.
Yes, and I have a surprise for you. A big surprise.
Well, tell me.
While your brother Sidney is gone, people are coming over.
Live people?
Dorothy Lamour and Eddie Bracken.
Well, one of them is live. What a reception waits them in my laboratory.
What have you in store for them?
I'm tired of experimenting with guinea pigs.
You mean?
Yes, I shall experiment upon them. Fortunately, I look exactly like my twin brother. I'll pretend I'm Sidney, and they'll never know the difference.
When they arrive, shall I serve them the usual drink?
Precisely, and make it an extra strong dose, so they will sleep quickly. I want to start my experiment as soon as they come.
That must be them now.
Yeah, don't stand there. Let them in. I'll be right down.
Good evening. Won't you come in?
Thanks.
Is Mr. Greenstreet in?
Yes, madam. Mr. Greenstreet is most eagerly awaiting you. He'll be down presently. If you desire anything, just ring.
Hey, Dottie, did you get a load of that character?
He sure looks like a weird one.
Weird. Why, he looks like a sample sent out by Forest Lawn. I don't see how a sweet guy like Sidney Greenstreet can stand having him around.
Oh, he must be all right. It's probably just our imagination.
Mr. Moore and Mr. Bracken, welcome to my humble abode.
Hello, Sidney.
Hello, Mr. Greenstreet.
Sorry to keep you waiting, but I was busy in my laboratory.
Your laboratory?
What were you doing up there?
Oh, just puttering. You see, I'm very interested in scientific experiments and art inventions. Just this morning, I invented something that will be a boon to mankind.
Oh, tell us about it.
It's a bathtub, but when you turn the faucet, the tub fills with beer.
What good is that?
Now you can take a bath with a head on it. But that is nothing.
You said it.
Perhaps you'll be interested in what I'm doing with the atomic power.
Perhaps.
I have just invented an atomic lollipop. It is made of 3 parts uranium and 2 parts nitroglycerine.
Fine lollipop. How does it taste?
Not so good. But the kiddies will get a big bang out of it.
So you sure we're in the right house?
You know, I never knew you had such strange interests.
You have no idea the strangeness of some of the things I'm interested in.
Yes, and this is quite a preview.
And if it's all the same to you, I'd rather not stay for the newsreel. Goodbye. Come on, Dottie.
Don't be silly, Eddie. Oh, Sidney, my purpose in coming over was to see the house. How about showing us around?
Ah, yes, of course. But you've had a long trip. I insist upon some refreshment first. Nelson. Bring in some refreshment.
Coming, sir, coming. I have everything ready.
Good. Here, Dorothy, this is for you.
Oh, thank you.
Here, Mr. Bracken.
Thank you. So, say, aren't you having any, Mr. Greenstreet?
No, I had some before you arrived. Drink hearty.
Yeah.
Say, what is that drink?
It's a pick-me-up.
Tastes more like a lay me down. So, say, Dottie,
What do you want, Eddie?
why are you spinning around?
Well, I'm not spinning around. You're spinning around.
Well, good. Let's spin around again.
Okay.
See that, Nelson? It's starting to work.
Work? Who wants work? I'm sleepy. Sleepy, I tell you. Sleepy.
I'm sleepy, too.
They're out, sir. What shall we do with them?
We will take them up to my laboratory. I'll carry Miss Lamore, and you'll carry Mr. Bracken.
Oh, but I want to carry Miss Lamore. You carry Mr. Bracken.
I'll carry Miss Lamore, and you carry Mr. Bracken.
I'll toss you for it.
Never mind. I'm older than you are.
That's why I want to carry Miss Lamore.
While the scenery is being shifted for Act 3, Dottie combines sugar with spice to sing of Candy Kisses, with Henry Russell's orchestra and the crew chiefs mixing the harmonies.
Candy kisses wrapped in paper mean more to you than any of mine. Candy kisses wrapped in paper, you'd rather have them any old time. You don't mean it when you whisper those sweet love words in my ear. Candy kisses wrapped in paper mean more to you than mine do, dear. Those candy kisses wrapped in paper mean more to you, dear, than any of mine. Candy kisses wrapped up in paper, you'd rather have them any old time. You don't mean it when you whisper those sweet love words in my ear. Candy kisses wrapped in paper mean more to you than mine do, dear. Than mine do, dear. Than mine do, dear. Get the best, get Sealtest.
Hey, mister, wake up.
What time is it?
It's May.
May? May? Hey, then it's here.
You bet. Now you can get the flavor of the month for May. Sealtest Real Strawberry Ice Cream. And talk about a wonderful wake-up flavor. There's nothing like it. Famous Sealtest ice cream packed with the irresistible flavor of real sun-ripened strawberries. It's as refreshing and as welcome as the springtime. Real strawberry ice cream is... Hey, mister, where are you going?
Me? I'm off to my Sealtest soda fountain, too.
Get the best, get Sealtest.
Oh, my head.
Your head, too.
Oh, yeah. Oh. Eddie, I'm tied to a chair.
That's okay. I'll come over and
What's the matter?
I'm tied to a table.
Oh, Eddie, that table.
What's the matter with it?
It's an operating table.
An operating table? I gotta get off of here. Oh, what am I worried about? He can't operate on me. I had my appendix taken out last year, and they took my tonsils out when I was a baby.
Yeah. But supposing he opens you up and starts ad-libbing.
We gotta get out of here. I gotta get out of here, I tell you.
Well, work on the ropes. Untie the knots. You were a Boy Scout.
I know, but they only taught us how to tie knots. They didn't teach us how to open them. Oh, those guys are gonna be here soon. What are we gonna do? What are we gonna do?
Don't worry. We'll think of something.
But suppose while we're thinking of something, they think of something before we think of something or something.
Oh, quiet. Quiet. I hear them coming. Let's make believe we're still unconscious. We won't be acting.
All right. Here they come. Good ad-libbing, Doc.
Mr. Bracken and Miss Lamore are still unconscious.
Are you going to work on Bracken first, sir?
Yes, let's save the good stuff till last. Untie Miss Lamore and put her in the next room.
Yes, sir. Upsy-daisy. There, she's safe in there.
Good, now to start my experiment on Bracken. Is everything in readiness?
Yes, sir.
Are the surgical instruments thoroughly sterilized?
Thoroughly, sir. Where shall I put them?
Throw them on the floor. I'll pick them up as I need them.
Hey, no. Let me go. Let me go.
Oh, so you're still conscious. Too bad, but I must proceed.
Please. What are you going to do with me?
I'll tell you what I'm going to do. I need another assistant. You shall be the one. I, Herman Greenstreet, am going to inject something into you that will change you into Boris Karloff at his worst.
Oh, this must be a gag. Oh, what are you trying to do? Kid me?
I have many bottles of serum. Each bottle contains a liquid which, when injected, will make you look, think, and talk like another person. Nelson, give me the bottle marked Boris Karloff.
No.
Master, a terrible thing has happened. The labels came off the bottles of serum. What shall we do?
Give me any of them. Try till we hit the right one.
Now, see here. You can't get away with this. I want to...
Quiet. Nelson, the anesthesia.
We're all out of anesthesia.
Give me that mallet.
But I'm telling you, you can't... You can. Oh.
Roll up a sleeve. There. Now to inject the serum. And here's hoping this is the Boris Karloff liquid. Here goes.
Hey, look, he wants to say something.
Speak to me, Boris. Speak to me.
'Tis a far, far better thing I do than I have ever done before. 'Tis far, far better that I got on the
Wrong
program
serum,
than
the
any
mallet.
other program.
Give me the next bottle of serum. Now to inject it. There. Speak to me, Boris. Speak to me.
Well, as mayor of this town, the people of this town must get together. We must pull together. That's the only way.
Here's the mallet.
I'm telling you. Oh.
Master, something terrible has happened.
Quiet. While I inject the serum into him. Now, what were you going to say, Nelson?
It's Miss Lamore. She's gone. She got out the window.
Con, you fool. She'll go for help. We must run for it. Come on out this door. Nobody will ever catch Herman Greenstreet.
Come on.
Open that door, Herman. Herman.
Open the door.
Do you hear me, Herman? Open that door.
Eddie, don't give up.
All right, Herman, then I'll break it down. They're gone.
Oh, Sidney, thank goodness you're here. Look at poor Eddie. See how pale he is.
I hope we're in time. Look, he wants to say something.
Oh, how weak he is. Eddie, speak to me. Say something. Say
Yes,
something.
now see here, you two. I'm taking over this town, see? And if anybody gets in my way, I'll knock them off, see?
Sidney, hand me
And
the
I want to
mallet.
turn you into... Oh.
And that's the story of my twin brother, Herman.
Oh, it must be awful having a brother like that.
Mr. Bracken, I don't know how to apologize for the way you've been treated in my house.
Oh, that's all right. I understand. But I do feel a little weak.
Another serum. Poor boy, come on, Eddie. I'll drive you home.
Just a moment. You have a long trip ahead of you. Before you go, I'd like to offer you something.
Oh, that's not at all necessary?
But I insist that you both have a nice, refreshing drink.
A nice, refreshing... Dottie, hand me the mallet.
Thanks, Sidney Greenstreet. It was fun working with both you and your imaginary brother Herman. Sidney Greenstreet may currently be seen in the Warner Brothers picture Flamingo Road, starring Joan Crawford and Zachary Scott. Next week, we have another brilliant star visiting us, so if you'll stand by for just a minute, we'll tell you who it's going to be.
The scientists and technicians at National Dairy Laboratories are working all the time to discover and develop new uses for milk, nature's most nearly perfect food. In the last 25 years, the list of National Dairy products and milk byproducts has increased many times, each new product utilizing the nutritive content of milk to serve a different need. You may not be familiar with some of these byproducts. For example, in medicine, the health-giving properties of milk are useful in many ways. To mention one, milk protein is used in the process of manufacturing such life-saving drugs as streptomycin and penicillin. In agriculture, milk-reinforced animal feeds are playing an ever more important part. And there are many industrial byproducts, such as dried milk, which is being used more and more in baking and other food industries. But, of course, the principal use of milk is on your dining table, in the food you eat, as a drink, in the ice cream and cheese. Because milk is so important to your family and to every family, our main objective is to keep National Dairy products high in quality and the cost just as low as possible. Now, here again is your mistress of ceremonies, Dottie L'Amour.
Well, next Thursday, Eddie Bracken, the whole gang, and I will be back for another performance in our Sealtest Theater. Joining us in a return engagement is a very wonderful and funny gal by the name of Joan Davis. To our guest star tonight, Sidney Greenstreet, our sincere thanks. Sidney, your appearance contributes to a fine cause, the establishment of the American Federation of Radio Artists Welfare Insurance Fund. And now, on behalf of Eddie Bracken, Frank Nelson, who played Nelson the butler, Henry Russell, the crew chiefs, and all of us, this is Dorothy L'Amour inviting you to be with us again next Thursday at the same time. In the meantime, we'll be thinking of you.
This is National Restaurant Week, a time when we like to remind you that America's heritage, hospitality, and good food are yours to enjoy. When you, your family, and friends are dining out, you'll find that many fine restaurants and hotels take pride in serving Sealtest ice cream, milk, and other dairy foods. They're America's favorites, yours to enjoy, good food at its best. Tonight's Sealtest Variety Theater was written by Howard Harris and Sidney Zelinka. Direction is by Glenn Hall Taylor. Eddie Bracken may soon be seen in the Warner Brothers picture, The Girl from Jones Beach. Tune in again next Thursday evening when Sealtest again presents Sealtest Variety Theater, starring Dorothy L'Amour and Eddie Bracken, and as our guest, Joan Davis. Sealtest Incorporated and associate companies are divisions of National Dairy Products Corporation. This is John Lang speaking.
This is NBC, the National Broadcasting Company.